Morning. Yesterday I went out and set 5 dog-proof traps for raccoons, and this morning it's 32 degrees and Shirley and I are venturing out to see what those traps did overnight. Y'all come with us. We're here at it's the closest set to us from the cabin, but I think it's the third one that I actually set. The first one we've checked, and what we have caught in that dog-proof trap is a rather large raccoon. And now, one of the things that I want to do as part of our own learning curve is I want to test the efficiency of something like this. For dispatching animals in traps. This is a 22 caliber piston charged air rifle, and we're not going to video the actual dispatching of any of these animals. We're trying to keep these videos as close to updated as possible, so as not to cause weak-stomached people to have difficulty with their digestion. But we do want to keep it real, because we're not experimenting with self-reliance. We're actually practicing self-reliance as a part of our lifestyle, and gathering meat is part of that. Shirley and I went out and checked the traps that we set yesterday, the dog-proof traps, and we did have success with one of the traps. Actually, all 5 of the traps were, showed us something, but only one of the traps had a raccoon in it. All 5 traps were visited overnight, which was encouraging. We're back here at the cabin. I've got a raccoon to clean, to skin and clean, and put the meat in the freezer. I'm going to put the hide in the freezer and save it until probably mid-February, after things slow down a little bit and I've got time to do the fleshing and the tanning of the hides. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with trapping, have never done it, and you've got something of an interest, you'd like to learn about it, there's a book that I recommend. I don't know if it's still in publication. You may have to get it, buy it used. A book by Jim Spencer. I've had this for a long time. Jim Spencer, A Guide to Trapping. He covers a lot of information in a few pages. It's broken down into 3 sections: preparing your trap line, making your sets, and things to do when you're not trapping, after trapping season or before trapping season opens. And it's a really, really good book. There's a lot of information in there that's helpful. One of the things too that I wanted to do this morning was to test the efficiency of the 22 caliber air rifle that has it's not a Springer, it's got the nitro piston, the gas piston inside of it, to test the efficiency of it in dispatching raccoons and other critters that size on the trap line, something that doesn't make a lot of noise. And what I discovered was that the 14, I think, .3 grain hollow point pellet that in testing the gun out here in the yard yesterday, I was using a piece of 3/8 plywood as a target. At 20 yards, the air rifle shoots that pellet all the way through a piece of 3/8 plywood. So I felt reasonably sure that at close range that it would be effective, but I just had to see. And I assure you that dispatching raccoons or possums or about anything else that you would catch in one of these traps or a foothold trap, a well-placed shot to the head, I feel confident that it's good for that. Now, I want to also say that we appreciate you watching these videos. We're having a good time making them and posting them. We hope that there's stuff in here that's good and useful and interesting and all of that. And one of the things too that I think about when making these videos is how many good videos there are on YouTube that cover just a multitude of subjects, and it's very difficult to not duplicate anything that other people are doing or have done. And so I'm not going to show you the process of skinning this coon, or I'm not going to show you the process of cutting it up to put it in the freezer as table fare. There's other videos that you can do that, Google it or whatever and see how to do that. But what I will do here after a while is bring you with us while I cook one of these things and then sit down to eat it. Thanks for watching.